As I suspected, 32 flavors.
If this ain't some huge news, then my name is not Nick Weiser. Mark Millar, of course, has a new vampire series coming out in modern comics world, and I know there's a lot of legitimate arguments against modern comics. However, every now and then there's an exception, and Mark Millar has tended to be one of those guys, especially with his indie work. Personally, I've not been craziest about his Marvel stuff. There's some good stuff here and there, but I like his indie stuff more. Like Reborn was really good. He did for Image with Greg Capullo. He's got his whole Millar world, Millarverse, whatever you want to call it. So he's got this book coming out called Nightclub, and it is very notable because one, it's another Millar series, and he's a very big deal, and he's someone who, despite not liking CBR as a website, as a source, every now and then they get some things right. Seldomly. This could be one of them, just getting credit where it's due. And Millar is a legitimate guy. He's talked to Wes from Thinking Critical, The Critical Drinker, Comics by Perch. So he talks to anyone and everyone, and I respect that. So Mark Millar comes off as a respectable guy, regardless of what you think about his book. So let's talk a little bit about Nightclub and how notable this book is, not just because it's a book announcement, but what I like about this book here. So it's coming out later this year, and I'm going to read this thing here. It says, CBR can exclusively reveal Millar World's Nightclub, a new series launching later this year, will be sold to fans for $1.99 an issue. That is humongous. $2 for a comic. We're talking like the early 90s. Like, I don't think you guys realize how big of a deal that is, or maybe some of you do, and are like, "Whoa, that's a big deal," especially for a mainstream comic book writer, something we have not seen for a long time. We had a brief moment for a year and a half, maybe 2 years at best, with DC Comics with the whole Rebirth initiative, but now we got this whole thing going on with Nightclub here, and Juanan Ramirez, I think I'm saying that right. Juanan Ramirez is doing the penciling work on this book, and I'm curious. This is a big deal, and it's $1.99. Like, Marvel and DC have to, well, they gotta be paying attention to this move, because he is just saying, hey, listen, I'm making this happen, you should make this happen. So that is I love that. I think this is great, and he said here, I love shaking things up. It's always fun to try something new. Nightclub is out in December, and I have a feeling this is going to be massive. Let's see if it catches on, dude. I'll tell you what, Mark, you got me. I am sold. I am going to check this book out. The fact that we have a $2 monthly comic book has me like, okay, I'm in, dude. I'm in. So obviously it looks like here, 300, so blah blah blah. Overheads are enormous compared to typical magazines, and if you pay the creators properly, you're out tens of thousands of dollars per issue, and up to $200,000 or $300,000 up front for every 6 issue run before they're collected into a trade. Millar World prides itself on asking us what they get paid at Marvel and DC, and increasing that rate to get them to work for us. So we're very aware of the numbers involved, but at the same time, I really want to try a crazy experiment. Damn, that is good, man. That is really good. I'm kind of hyped for this. I'm serious. I'm kind of hyped up for this. I want to check this out. This is a big deal. And he says here, of course, sure, it means we have to sell twice as many copies to make the same money, but this works and does as well as I think it will. It's something I really want to see Marvel and DC replicate. This could be a game changer for everyone. The creative teams still get paid the same big bucks, and the customer gets their comics at half price. It's perfect. Preach. Oh man, that is awesome. So it doesn't really seem all that clear if it's a limited series or a ongoing, but I'll tell you what, regardless of what it is, I'm gonna at least check out the first several issues and see if I like it. If I like it, I will stick around and gladly give $2 a month for this comic book. So what do you guys think? Why don't you leave me a comment on this big bold move that Mr. Millar is doing for his Millar world, and I'll talk to you all on the next video until our paths cross again.